confession to make. I used to be, I guess I still am, a Band-Aid, not a groupie, because groupies sleep with the band, but I was a Band-Aid because I like the music. Well, I ended up, I have a musician in my life, okay? Yeah, still. Anyway, tell me in below, like, what was your favorite concert? What's the best concert you went to? Or what's your favorite band? Anything like that. Just let me know in the comments below. And I guess you're wondering, like, what does this have to do with laundry? Well, I will tell you. So I would go to these shows, you know, and the lighting was part of the show. And a lot of times they would use black lights. And just notice that I'm wearing black today. When they do the black lights, all of a sudden, these people who had a lot of black t-shirts because they were wearing their band shirts, right? And it have the band on it, but the shirt itself would be black. You would see all these spots all over it. It would basically, what it was the lint from how they did their laundry, and the black light was showing it, so the shirts were not as black as they should have been under the black lights. So that brings me to sorting the laundry, getting figured out so that we have our clothes looking the best and lasting the longest. So to start with, obviously we want to sort, so I'm Miss Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning, and we're going to talk about sorting laundry. So to start with, you want to sort by color, okay? So your darks go together, your brights go together, your light colors go together, and whites always go separately. Now, with whites, here's a little thing. You want to check the trim on your white clothes for color fastness. So, say you have this beautiful white blouse and it has a red trim, some sort of embroidery or something on it. And you go and you put it in the hot water and it comes out and you have this pink, like, halo around that trim now. And your blouse is ruined. So you need to check those spots for white colors or bright colors, things like that, to make sure that they're color fast, because they're not always. Then the next thing you do is you sort by soil. So even though you may have something just, you know, a regular colored clothes that you would maybe wash in warm or cold, but it has a little grease spot on it or something like that, you need to check for those type of things. And depending on what it is, you may have to pre-treat it or you may have to wash it a different way. So you want to check for soil. Or, you know, maybe your guy does, maybe you're somebody who does a lot of dirty type of work. You're a mechanic, or you do some kind of construction work, or you work in a hospital and you have scrubs that are exposed to lots of bacteria or blood or different things. So that's something else to consider when you're sorting your laundry. And you may or may not want to wash those with the rest of your clothes because you don't want the grease from the auto body shop, or you know, germs from the medical practice that you're working in to get into your regular clothing. So you want to sort by the type of soil that you have. Okay. Another thing you want to do when you're putting your clothes into the machine, because I know some people seem to wash like all their jeans together and all their t-shirts together and all their, you know. Okay, you don't want to have a load that's all jeans or all t-shirts or all particularly heavy things. You want to kind of mix it up. So maybe you want some jeans and t-shirts, and maybe you should do 2 loads instead of just 1 load of jeans and 1 load of t-shirts. And the reason for that is because when you mix different textures together, they can kind of agitate around, and that's better for your machine too. You're not going to overload your machine. But if you have a whole, you know, maybe 5 or 6 pairs of jeans in there, they're heavy and they're going to sink to the bottom. They're not going to be able to move around as much, and the movement is what helps clean them. And it, you know, like I said, that's heavy, so that's hard on your machine. Your machine may get off balance and those kind of things. So you want to put maybe 2 or 3 pairs of jeans and maybe 4 or 5 t-shirts or other types of clothing in there. And then you also want to take into consideration the type of fabric that you're washing. So things like loose knits, or your delicates, things that are lacy, or a finer type of fabric, you want to keep those out of the laundry with like your jeans, okay, because they're more delicate and you want to wash those on a delicate cycle. And then we have certain things that create more lint, which goes back to those black shirts with all the spots on it. So you don't want to throw your towels in with your black t-shirts, okay, because what's going to happen is all the lint off of your towels is going to adhere to that black t-shirt, even though you might throw it into the dryer, okay. And you know, depending on what you wash, it may look really bad, okay. So things that are linty, like towels and chenille, flannel, fuzzy sweaters, all those type of linty things, you want to keep them separate. Don't wash those in with your smoother type of fabrics. Or corduroy. I mean, we don't see a lot of corduroy right now, but it could come back into style. It used to be. And corduroy really grabs lint, and it looks terrible. And then there's another class here that's a little bit different, and that's your fluorescents. So bright pink, neon green, some of those really bright beachy type blue colors. Those type of fabrics tend to fade easily, so you want to make sure that you wash those in cold water. You want to be careful with your pre-treaters. So if you get a spot on those, you want to check someplace where you can't see to see if they're going to fade if you put a pre-treater on it, just to make sure that, you know, if you have a spot here and you put this pre-treater on it, and even though you may have gotten that spot out, now you've got a light area, it just looks just as bad or worse. So you want to check with that. So that's how I sort it out. Hopefully you can sort it out now. I'm Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a comment down below, and hit the like button. Thank you.